In hydrocarbons, if we substitute one of the hydrogen atoms C2H5OH, it contains only one OH group. OH group is attached to the secondary carbon atom. Then we call them as allylic alcohols. What is the meaning of allylic carbon atom? Hello my dear students, I am Priyanka Rajaram from Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence. Today I shall start with the new chapter, alcohols, phenols and ethers. First of all, what are alcohols? We know that in hydrocarbons, if we substitute one of the hydrogen atoms with OH group, we'll get an alcohol. Alcohols are those which contains OH group, which is also called as hydroxyl group, isn't it? So, what is the definition? That is, alcohols are compounds containing one or more hydroxyl groups directly attached to carbon atom of an aliphatic system. That is, for example, I take methane, carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen and one more hydrogen. This is a hydrocarbon. Now, instead of hydrogen, we will substitute with OH group and hydroxyl group. Then I will get it as this compound will be called as an alcohol. Now, this is the aliphatic system. Okay, it can be any alkyl group. It can be CH3 group, it can be C2H5 group, etc. Any carbon long chain, that is straight chain, or it can be even branched, we call them as aliphatic system. To the aliphatic system directly to carbon atom, when OH group is attached, we call them as alcohols. Okay, next what do we have? What is phenols? Phenols are compounds containing one or more hydroxyl groups. Again, they also contain hydroxyl groups directly attached to carbon atom of an aromatic system, that is to the benzene ring. Okay, instead of hydrogen atom of the benzene ring, if we have OH group, then we call them as phenols. Okay, so this is the definition of alcohols and phenols. Next we have classification of alcohols and phenols. They can be classified as two types, that is on the basis of number of hydroxyl groups, and one more is on the basis of hybridization of the carbon in COH bond in monohydric alcohols. That is, first we are learning based on the number of OH groups. Then we are going into detail about only monohydric alcohols based on the hybridization of the carbon atom to which the OH group is attached. So, we will see first type of classification, that is on the basis of number of hydroxyl group. We have mono, di, tri or polyhydric alcohols. For example, here you can see C2H5OH. It contains only one OH group. So, it is a monohydric alcohol. Similarly, here you can see there are two OH groups. So, it is dihydric alcohol. Here you can see there is 1, 2, 3 OH group. They are trihydric alcohols. More than that, more than 3 OH groups are present, then we call them as polyhydric alcohols. Okay. Similarly, we have even for phenols, we have here only one OH group on the benzene ring, so it is monohydric. Here you can see there are two OH groups on the benzene ring, so it is dihydric. Here you can see there are 3 OH groups, so it's an example for trihydric phenols. So I hope you have understood about mono, di and trihydric alcohols and phenols. Next, type of classification is based on hybridization of the carbon atom to which the OH group is attached. That is, if the carbon atom to which the OH group is attached is sp3 hybridized, then further this can be classified into three types. Okay, one is primary, secondary and tertiary. Then we have allylic and benzylic. Okay, one more type of hybridization is when carbon atom to which OH group is attached is sp2 hybridized also we have. So we will learn about the first type, that is compounds containing carbon sp3 hybridized OH bond. Okay, further it can be classified as primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols based on to which type of carbon atom the OH group is attached. Now, if the OH group is attached to a primary carbon atom, then we call them as primary alcohols. For example, you can see here, for CH2 group, we have the OH group attached. That means this carbon atom can have one more carbon neighbor. That is, some R group can be present. For example, I shall give CH3, CH2, OH. Now this OH group is attached to a carbon atom which has got one more carbon neighbor. So this became a primary carbon atom. So as the OH group is attached to the primary carbon atom which is sp3 hybridized, we call them as primary alcohols. Okay. Now if the OH group is attached to the secondary carbon atom, then we call them as secondary alcohols. For example, you can see the carbon atom to which OH group is attached is a secondary carbon atom because it can have two more carbon neighbors. For example, I shall write CH3 and CH3 group, two CH3 groups. So this carbon atom has two carbon neighbors and for that the OH group is attached. So this becomes a secondary alcohol. Okay, here you can see for this carbon atom the OH is attached and this carbon can have three more carbon neighbors. For example, I'll just put one R group, second another R dash group, another R double dash group. Or I can just give you an example of carbon atom to which OH is attached. This is also sp3 hybridized. So it can be attached to three more carbon atoms like this. So this becomes a tertiary carbon atom. So it becomes a tertiary alcohol. Okay. So based on which type of carbon atom the OH group is attached, we have three types of alcohols, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. This is one way of classification of carbon OH bond in which the carbon is sp3 hybridized. We have two more classification. I told you allylic and benzylic. So we have allylic alcohols. What is the meaning of allylic carbon atom? The carbon atom having a carbon-carbon double bond as the neighbor, that carbon atom is called as the allylic carbon atom. Once again, I have one carbon atom which has got another carbon atom which is involved in double bond. See, this carbon atom is involved in double bond and this is the neighbor of this carbon atom. So this is allylic carbon we call. So for the allylic carbon atom, when OH group is attached, we call them as allylic alcohols. Now here it is primary allylic alcohol. Similarly, it can be secondary allylic alcohol. How? See here, carbon atom to OH is attached. It's allylic carbon because it has got a carbon-carbon double bond next to it. Also, it has got one more carbon here. So two carbon neighbors for the allylic alcohol, among which one is involved in double bond. Then we call it as secondary allylic alcohols. Similarly, it can be also tertiary, that is, this is the allylic carbon. Okay, this is allylic carbon to which OH group is attached, they have got 3 carbon neighbors, so it is tertiary as well, and among that 1 carbon neighbor is involved in carbon-carbon double bond. So it is a tertiary allylic alcohol. So I hope you have understood the classification here. Next is benzylic alcohols. In these alcohols, the OH group is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon atom next to the aromatic ring. Here you can see you have the benzene ring. Next to that there is a carbon atom. This carbon atom is called as benzylic carbon. Why? Because this carbon atom has got a benzene ring attached to it. And the same carbon atom, even OH is attached. So it is primary benzylic alcohol. Okay. Same way, here you can see to the carbon atom, it has got a benzene ring. Also it has got one more carbon neighbor. Okay. So this becomes a secondary benzylic carbon atom. So I can call it as secondary benzylic alcohol. Correct? Now here carbon atom has got 1, 2, third carbon atom is here, but it is a benzene ring. So it is a tertiary benzylic alcohol or tertiary benzylic carbon atom to which the OH is attached. So I hope you have understood about primary, secondary and tertiary carbon atoms to which the OH is attached, as well as what is allylic alcohol and what is benzylic alcohol. Now in all of these, carbon atom to which the OH group was attached was sp3 hybridized. Okay. Next we will see about the compounds containing carbon with OH group in which carbon is sp2 hybridized. Okay. So these are alcohols containing OH bonded to carbon-carbon double bond directly. That is, the OH group is attached to the carbon atom which is involved in double bond. So this is vinylic alcohol or vinyl alcohol. Why? Because the OH is attached to the carbon atom which is involved in double bond. Okay. So this is the first one, which is the example for vinylic alcohols, and if it is attached directly to benzene ring also, because in benzene ring what? Every carbon atom is what? sp2 hybridized. For that, if the OH group is attached, then it became carbon sp2 hybridized OH bond. Correct, no? And we call them as phenols. Is it clear? So I hope you have understood the classification of monohydric alcohols. Okay. So next we are going to learn about the nomenclature. First is about alcohols. Okay, nomenclature of alcohols. Then we will learn about the nomenclature of phenols. Okay. So what is it? According to IUPAC system, the alcohol is named as alkanols. That is, first you have to write the alkane name, remove the E of the alkane name and put OL. So what is the suffix you have to add when OH group is attached? That is OL. Okay. So alkanes, E is dropped out and we are putting OL in naming of alcohols. Further, more rules I shall explain with examples. Now, if we are naming polyhydric alcohols, the E of the alkane is retained and it will be ending with OL, but we have to indicate the locants where it is attached, that is to which carbon atom it is attached. Polyhydric means many OH groups are there, isn't it? It may be 1, it may be 3, another may be in 5. So we have to write 1, 3, 5. How many OH groups? 3 are there in 3 different positions. So we will put the prefix as tri. So tri all, OL we write. Okay. More clearly you will understand in the example. Here are some examples to learn about the nomenclature. First I shall write the common name and then I shall explain about the IUPAC name. Okay. So first we have CH3 group with OH group, CH3 group in common name, or commonly what we call it as methyl group. So the name will go like this, as methyl alcohol. See, in common name, the full word alcohol was used, okay, and the prefix is the alkyl group. Now here, for example, 1, 2, 3, 3 carbon atoms, that is called as the propyl group, and all are in the straight chain. So it will be N-propyl alcohol. Here you can see OH group is attached as a side chain. So it becomes isopropyl alcohol. Okay. Similarly, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 carbon atoms when it is present. Then the prefix will be as butyl in common name, isn't it? So it is N-butyl alcohol. Okay. Here you can see OH is present as the side chain, or I can tell it is attached to a secondary carbon atom. So the common name becomes secondary butyl alcohol. Okay. Now here you can see again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. You have butyl group, but it is not present as the straight chain. One is present as the side chain. One CH3 group is present as the side chain. So what I will write here is isobutyl alcohol. Okay. Now here also I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms is there. So it should be butyl only name. But it is present as the tertiary carbon atom to which OH is attached is tertiary, and 3 are present as the side chain for the same carbon atom, isn't it? That time we use the word tertiary, TRT we write, and write butyl alcohol. Okay, and the last one, it is called as glycerol. Okay, so these are the common names. Now if you ask me whether common name is so very important for us to learn, ma'am, yes, few of them you have to know the common name, but because still in most of the textbooks they use some of the common names. But for your exam point of view, they will give the structure and they will not ask you to write the common name. They usually ask you to write the IUPAC name. Okay, so we'll learn one by one the IUPAC name. So here I have only one carbon atom. So when one carbon atom is there, the hydrocarbon is called as methane, correct? So here I write it as meth. Only single bonds are there. So AN, and only one carbon atom is there, for that only OH is attached. So it is OL. So it is methanol. Okay. Next one you see 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms. First carbon atom OH is attached. So it is prop. An, because all are single bonds between the carbon atoms. So it's propan 1 all. Or I can just write propanol. It is understood that it is attached to the first carbon atom. Okay. Next one 1, 2, 3. For the second carbon atom I have the OH group attached. So it will be propan 2 all. For the second carbon atom the OH is attached. That's why 2 all. Next one 1, 2, 3, 4. Please don't number from this end. The carbon atom to which OH group is attached should get the least number, isn't it? That's why I am numbering from this end. Clear? So it is 4 carbon atoms. So it will be butan 1 all, or just butanol also. It is understood that it is first carbon atom to which the OH is attached. Next one you see, there are 2 ways of numbering now. You have to be very clear to which you have to take. See 1, 2, 3, 4. One more way, how can you number it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which do you think is right? The carbon atom to which the OH is attached should get the least number, 2 is lesser. So this way of numbering is correct, not the other way. So what will be the name now? The name will be as butan 2 all. Why? The second carbon atom OH is attached and I've got 4 carbon atoms, isn't it? That's why. Okay, now you have to number the next one. 1, 2, 3, or this also you can take it as 3. For the second carbon atom you have methyl group. For the first carbon atom you have the OH group. So what will be the name now? Methyl group, when it is present, it comes as the prefix, isn't it? So it is 2-methyl propan 1-all, or I can just write it as 2-methyl propanol. Also it is right. Okay. Next one. How do I number this? 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 I can take. Second carbon atom has got methyl group. Second carbon atom has got OH group as well. So it will be 2-methyl propan 2-all. Okay. Last one. Now I have got OH groups in all the carbon atoms. So I have to number 1, 2, 3. So when it is 3 carbon atom chain, it is propane. Correct? So it will be propane. See, I am writing E also there. I am retaining the E of the alkane name. Then I will put a hyphen to first carbon atom, to second carbon atom, as well as the third carbon atom. OH is attached. So it will be 1, 2, 3 triol. Why triol? Because I have got 3 OH groups also. That's why tri prefix has to be used. So it will be propane 1, 2, 3 triol. So I hope you have understood how to name the alcohols. Okay. Next we will see about the cyclic alcohols naming. See, cyclic alcohols are named using the prefix cyclo and considering the OH group attached to the first carbon atom. So here you can see this is a cyclic cyclohexane. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is cyclohexanol. Okay. Because the carbon atom is attached to the first carbon atom, we are not writing any names here. Okay. Similarly, I'll number this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So second carbon atom has got methyl group. So it is 2-methyl cyclohexanol. Okay. Similarly, if you want, I can give you one more example here. Okay. What will you name this as? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be cyclopentanol. Correct, no? Correct? Okay. We'll see the next one, that is about the phenols. How do we name the phenols? The simplest hydroxy derivative of benzene is phenol, and it is the common name and also the accepted IUPAC name. So benzene with OH group, IUPAC name as well as the common name, both are phenol. Okay. Further, we'll see now the benzene ring has got one OH group, has got one CH3 group, isn't it? So the common name was given as orthocresol. Okay. Ortho position, we have CH3 group, so it was called as orthocresol. But what is the IUPAC name here? You can see it is, this is the first carbon atom, this is the second carbon atom. So it is 2-methyl phenol. So without the CH3 group, it's just called as phenol. Now for the second carbon atom, when CH3 group is present, we write it as 2-methyl phenol. Okay. So next one we'll see. Now this is the first OH group, first carbon atom if I take. This is second, this is third. Okay. So it is 3-methyl phenol. Third carbon atom has got CH3 group, so it is 3-methyl phenol. But common name metacresol. Why? See, these two are, this is the first main substituent. These two are ortho position. Opposite position is called as para. So these two are called as meta position. In the meta position, CH3 group is there. That's why metacresol. Okay. Next one, if you see, benzene ring has got OH group and CH3. So it's in the para position, isn't it? So it is paracresol, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the least number which it can get. 4-methyl phenol is the IUPAC name. Okay. Next we will see about some more derivatives. This is, we have dihydroxy derivatives, that is 2 OH groups are there. So how are we going to name them? See, when the benzene ring directly has got 2 OH groups, the common name is catechol, that is just next to one another. Now, if this is the substituent and in the meta position one is there, we call it as resorcinol. If they are in two opposite positions, we call it as hydroquinone or quinol. And these are all the common names. Okay. But what is the IUPAC name? IUPAC name is, see, benzene ring has got 2 OH groups, first position, second position. So it is benzene 1, 2 diol. Diol because 2 OH groups. So here 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 3. So benzene 1, 3 diol. Okay. Here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is benzene 1, 4 diol is the IUPAC naming. Okay. Similarly, we'll see about the trihydroxy derivatives. Okay. You can see here in the brackets, I've given the common names, that is pyrogalol, hydroxyquinone and fluoroglucinol. Okay. Now what about the IUPAC naming? See here 1, 2, 3. So it is 3 OH groups are there. So it is 1, 2, 3 trihydroxybenzene. This is the other way of naming. Okay. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 1, 2, 4 trihydroxybenzene. Okay. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it can be 1, 3, 5 trihydroxybenzene. Okay. This is the other way of naming the trihydroxy derivatives. So I hope you have understood about the IUPAC naming. Next class, we will be learning about methods of preparation of alcohols. Okay. So see you next class. Stay tuned, stay focused. Thank you, my dear children.